going on, guys? In today's video I'm going to show you some of the best keyboard and mouse settings for people who are beginning their transition from controller to keyboard and mouse. I'm going to go with the Keybinds for now, right? So if you're switching over from controller to keyboard and mouse, you know you're going to be a bot. So for me personally, I'm just going to go through the important ones here, right? So for me, I have V as my use, which is, again, this is my personal preference. I would recommend use something. You're going to be starting off with E for that button, but I recommend changing to something else that's not as optimal, because you're going to want to use the best binds. So E is going to be an important bind, so I'd say unbind that to V or maybe G. You're going to want to have your harvesting tool on scroll wheel up. That's a quick bind to hit. Again, E is my shotgun, as I was saying with V, so I put shotgun as E. Weapon slot 2, I put that as number or as Q. Weapon slot 3, that's 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. That's all preference, you'll figure that one out. Now, getting onto the building binds, you're going to want to have a mouse that has 2 building binds on the left. You can get a cheap mouse if you don't have the money, you know, just a $10, $20 mouse. It does help just to get your muscle memory up with that. I have the Steel Series 10, so I have a good mouse. All binds are different. You can use your first mouse button, C, stairs with your second mouse button, and then roof is shift. These are my binds. I recommend you try out a few different binds, but these would be the ones I'd suggest going with if you are going to make the switch, because you get the best movement with them. Try hit C with your thumb if possible, because again it gives you that movement again. Place building bind, left click, change building material. I have that as O. That's just, I don't need that bind. Building edit, you're going to want to put that as F or E, depending on which one you prefer. Or maybe you could use G with your thumb, or shift with your pinky. It's all preference again. Scroll wheel reset. You must play with scroll wheel reset. That is literally the best bind to reset with. That's all the building binds and stuff. So another important bind that you're going to put on is confirm edit on release. I promise you this bind will make your editing so much quicker if you put it on. Just trust me, put it on. For sensitivity, I play 800 DPI and 7.5 in-game sense for both, and my targeting sensitivity is 70.3. I don't really care about this, I don't use snipers, but 70.3 is my targeting sensitivity. That is all preference. Again, you're going to have to play around with that. If you want some help, I can put some map codes in the description, or I can make another video helping with sensitivity. Just let me know. Display mode, you're going to want to play full screen 1920 by 1080. So if you have a PC that can say run 144 FPS and you have a monitor that runs 160 FPS, stick to this and then cap it one above. So if you have 144 Hz monitor, cap at 160. Always go one above your monitor fresh rate. It just gives you the best FPS. Brightness, color, blind mode, all preference. I play DirectX 12. If you have a lower end PC, play performance mode. I have a high end PC, so I'm going to stick with DirectX 12. It just runs best on my PC. Play all low. Everything low. Keep that low as possible for better FPS. All these off. Motion blur you do not need on. FPS, keep that on, I'd suggest. Everything else is just kind of off really for me. Controller binds. If you want some controller tips, I can give you some controller tips, because I was a really good controller player, but I meant to switch to keyboard and mouse. So if you do want tips with that and sensitivities for that, these are just random, don't mind these, I have a higher sense. But if you do want help with controller, also let me know. I was a good controller player and I would be capable of giving good tips for that. But with that being said, if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and peace.